Hello, this is Carol, the Otherwise Woman, and in this reading we will be looking at the prevailing energies that will be with us from the full moon on the 28th of August through the new moon on the 10th of September of 2026. This is for entertainment purposes only. Any resulting enlightenment is purely coincidental and unintentional. So we have the Rest card from the Wisdom of the Cailleach deck, the Five of Bows or Empowerment from the Wildwood Tarot, and we have Gorse as our Celtic tree ogham, one of my favorites. A word of explanation before we start. The Five of Bows, you may see there is a strategically placed malachite stone. That's because this card has a depiction of the Cern Abyss giant, and YouTube can get a little picky about nudity, and this is a chalk drawing, etching on a hillside in England. I forget exactly where, but it does depict him being very prominently masculine. So that's why the malachite stone is there. But I'm going to begin here with Rest. This was the first card that I drew, and when I saw it, I immediately thought, well, yes, rest, but there's dreaming taking place. So it's not an inactive rest. Physically inactive, maybe, but there are dreams going on. There are things to be considered. And just overall, I feel like this is going to be a very inward turning time. It may be influenced by the fact that we start this with a lunar eclipse. And eclipses are, well, they give us an opportunity to reset, to consider things good for clearing out. What do we need to get rid of? Even though it's a full moon, well, all lunar eclipses would be at the full moon, but so I don't think this is going to be a mentally inactive time. Now, physically, yes, this may be just what we need. Let's recharge. Summer is coming to an end. Might need a little bit of recovery before we jump into autumn. A little bit of rest before schools start, and we just have to kind of shift our focus. And what will we be doing while we are resting and turning inward and considering? Well, Gorse carries the energy of synthesis, of examining what we know, what are our skills, what have we learned, what are our abilities, and maybe what do we want to accomplish, what do we want to learn, and how can we make all of those things work together toward our goal. And this card about empowerment also stresses self-confidence and trusting in our abilities and trusting in the skills and the knowledge that we have acquired. How can we put those to use? we are urged to keep a very positive and proactive outlook toward life. And this is about destiny. What do we want our destiny to be? What tools do we have to help us accomplish that? And then we choose which direction we want to go. There is a message here that our destiny, whether it is at a personal level or at a social level, a cultural level, is not mere chance. We choose our path. So I see this as a time of preparation. Again, maybe not making many steps forward. I started to say the first step forward, but no, we might take 2 or 3 steps, some of us anyway, who are confident and know what we want and know where we're heading. But let's just for the most part have a nice rest, build our energy, restore, recharge our batteries, but be sure of the batteries that we have, that we can hook up the poles, that we can use them properly, use that energy properly. When it comes to considering our skills and our abilities, I would also say maybe not just what you are good at, but what do you enjoy? On a personal note, I have taken up the kantala, which is a Finnish zither instrument. I had started learning to play it a few years ago and then put it aside. Life happens, and I've just picked it up again. So that is a skill, a talent that I enjoy. Am I good at it? Well, I would not say so, but then I really am essentially brand new at it. But I love it. So sometimes the enjoyment of it is maybe as important or almost important as your actual talent. So keep that in mind as you're looking at your abilities and deciding what path do I want to take forward, and do it with all the confidence of a giant, strong chalk figure with masculine determination. I'll just leave it at that. All right, so there we go. That is what we can expect to be dealing with, the kinds of energies surrounding us for this next full to new moon period. Please like, share, and subscribe. Keep the algorithm as happy as possible. And me also, I do appreciate it. If you're interested in a personal reading, I can be reached at otherwisewomanccp@gmail.com. All right. So, if you're going to view the eclipse, I hope you have clear skies. I doubt that I'll be seeing it because it's after 1 o'clock in the morning in my time zone, and I am sorry, I am not much of a night owl, so I will probably sleep through it. I'm sure I will see pictures the next day. Well, enjoy, have a good rest. I'll see you back at the next new moon. Bye.